Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show me some. Show me some. Show me some.
Good day, Madam.
Good day, Seth.
I took back the good day from you because you see how you're the stimulus that creates the response, right? And so you did it very dreary last time. I did it very
I did it different. Different's not dreary. That's the problem. Anything so
you are very matchy today. I like the you're following my lead with the black. Except for
I think that's just because our stuff we bought was either pink or it was black.
I liked it.
It's all match, so
I love
or
it.
white.
Or white. Don't suck at sales gear. It's live. It's up. It's rolling. We have sold so much already. Actually, you know what? We have a big conference coming up in Dallas for Ignite. We would love to see so many of you out and about supporting and rocking out our Don't Suck at Sales gear. We haven't thought about what we're going to do yet, but we're going to
thinking maybe we should have a get together of people wearing it at some point, like maybe on the agenda where we all meet up for a photo or something.
Okay,
a
photo and then maybe a little giveaway.
Oh,
a little giveaway. You don't like giveaways?
But we might need to have somewhere to meet though at some point to all be yo, what's up, and that
Let's
sort of
do
thing.
Let's do this. You just formulated the idea. I'm gonna make it come fruition. We're going to meet at a spot. We're gonna have our beautiful administrative team help us on finding a spot where Miranda and I will be. And those, you can only show up if you're wearing something of the Don't Suck at Sales merch. Yeah. How about that? I love it. We're going to call it the Don't Suck at Sales merch party.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
We're going to formulate this. All right. You yelled at me last time because I took too long rambling about a bunch of dumb stuff in the very beginning. You didn't yell at me. Miranda never yells. But Miranda, I'm excited today. As we all know, the holiday is approaching fast, right? And I think that in full transparency, you know what, Miranda? Some people may not know this, but some may. You and I, in the month of December, from the 1st through the 16th, this was my very last day in the field 8 years ago. I cut it off. I said, no more. You and I partnered from the 1st through the 16th, or maybe it was the 1st through the 18th, and I had 2 days off. And you had 2 days off. But for those 16 days total out of the 18, we wrote well over $100,000 in annual premium volume.
Boom, we did that. True story.
Holiday.
Yeah.
We earned the right to take off a couple of days, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And that's a point, John. Case in point. Okay. This is a holiday, not a Halloween. We wanted to take a week. We wanted to take a week off. I think we took more than a week off, but we earned it.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone that's listening to this podcast, you are not at a job. You work for yourself. And days off is not, you're not on a corporate schedule. They're not you don't just get them. You have to earn them, right? Bills aren't going to get paid for themselves unless you have a team and you're still working with your team. So it would be a great podcast right there. As we work for ourselves, we got to earn those days off, y'all. Right?
Yeah. Oh. And so we crushed it. We kicked butt, and we both had to overcome what, Miranda?
Objections. Number one, our own BS, right? That we feed ourselves by, there's the holidays. Yeah, guess what? People are thinking about family more now than ever. I was just listening to a corporate national call today and was reminded that last year in December, we had, I think Rex Knight Jr., there's a handful of people now ever since then writing over $100,000 on their own pen annual premium volume. And then we actually had another agent that went on to do that every month and 3 months in a row after. You can do that. It doesn't matter what month it is. It's a decided mind is what makes the difference, right? Nothing happens until we commit. So I think first of all is for everyone that's listening to commit to just having an awesome month, commit to starting off strong, commit to earning that time off closer to the holidays, and getting your family on board, because the worst objections are the ones that we tell ourselves.
Yeah, that's right, bud. That's right. And so today's, kind of episode is going to be just geared around that. It's going to be geared around what is it, right? Like, how do I overcome as I'm trying to set these appointments, right? And I do subconsciously know that, during a holiday month, that it might be a real thing for less than 2% of the people. So I'm gonna have to buy some more leads, right? Literally gonna have to buy some more leads to offset that, but I'm not gonna have to double down on leads. I'm just gonna have to buy some more leads to offset a little bit of the holiday objection. And so how do I overcome that, Miranda? I'm on the phones, I'm going to set my appointments, and I'm being pushed off constantly because I'm sold. I'm sold, right? I think that during this process, somebody always gets sold, and I keep getting sold. And so how do I transition from, I don't want to get sold anymore, I want to sell them that it is just a holiday? And you do this really good job at getting people to see and understand that you are just as busy as they are, and that they really need to respect and appreciate and understand your time. So I think maybe we do, what do you think? A little role playing?
Sure. Yeah. And before we even dive into that, a couple episodes ago, we talked about the date and time progression. That is something that is a given what we're about to talk about. So if that's something you need to get good at, which is offering 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, go back and listen to that episode, because what we're about to role play is not going to do anything if we don't do that just automatically next, right? But what ends up happening on the phones is, you just said it, like, one person's going to get sold, and if we just allow them to be the busier person, they're always going to win, right? So rule number 1 is you are busier than them. You are busier than them. And John, as we were prepping for this episode, you said something that I want everyone to write down. You said as soon as you hear an objection, you automatically side with them. Sales presentation, phones, it's like as soon as you hear somebody, and I think you use the example, John, when somebody says, I can't remember what it was. Do you remember when we were talking about this? It was something like, oh, well, I can't do this right now because it's the holidays. You say something like, oh my gosh, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, no, holy cow, totally agree with you. You just put them into a category of the majority and not the minority. You hear out their reasoning. You don't make them feel less than over it.
Yeah, so here's the deal. So what John just said is totally right. Every time somebody says something, agree with them, right? If they say, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. Wow, busy doing anything exciting? Right? In the sales presentation, it's the same thing. Like, oh my gosh, money's tight. I can't do the policy right now. Wow, I'm hearing that all over the place. That's totally like how it is. And then back to what it is you were going to say, because what happens is you disarm people when you agree with them, right? That's what happens. Yeah. And on the phone, the best thing that we can do is when people are overwhelmed, like, let's say, think of the last time you were overwhelmed, right? Like maybe it was your kids, your spouse, maybe it was in this business. And especially girls, they like talking about their feelings, right? That's part of the psychology. So if you can get people to talk about something they're stressed out about, what's going to happen? Right? They're going to it's going to disarm them. So that's really what we're doing. When someone says they're busy, we're going to ask them at least 3 questions about it, right? Ask them 3 questions. If we just ask them a question, it sounds like an interview. But if we ask them 3 questions, we sound like a friend that cares. So, John, are you busy doing anything exciting?
Yeah. We have so much going on right now. We have friends and family coming into town. We have our grandparents coming over from Indiana. They're actually going to be staying at our house, which we're excited about because we haven't seen them for a few years since COVID, actually. Cool.
So what are you guys going to be doing?
Well, they haven't been to the Shed Aquarium, so we're going to be doing that. My grandmother absolutely loves what Portillo's. It's a must. We have to stop by there, and then of course they want to take the kids roller or ice skating, so we're going to be doing that as well.
Oh wow! So how long are they in town for?
They're going to be in town from basically like the week of Christmas. So
Okay,
like from
cool.
the 23rd through the 30th or something like that.
Okay. Listen, John, I can understand that you're busy because you have like, it sounds like little ones, plus you have family that's coming in from out of town that are staying for like a month. It sounds like, holy moly. I'm just going to pause there because what happened was we chatted about what he was busy about, and then I repeated it. Automatically now, like we're friends, right? We're buddies because I've heard him. Now, is he going to be even more open-minded to wanting to book with me?
Yeah.
Right. But here's the deal. What happens is I now have to out busy his busy because he is busy. He's got family coming in, etc. He's got lots of stuff going on. Guess what, guys? We don't have to go to his house and have him peel off into a room and sit there with me for 3 hours because that's how long it used to take me doing my appointments. He has to be on Zoom or on the phone with you for like half hour. That's not that big of a deal, okay? Do not, more than now with virtual, they should not be able to talk you out of this. Are they going to be like taking their family with them everywhere, to the bathroom, to their bedroom, to like, no, they're going to have time for 20-30 minutes to peel away and talk about something that's important if you make it sound important, right? If that's the variable. So listen, John, I understand you're busy doing all that. I am swamped. Listen, I have like 300 calls to make here, and I have like hundreds of people that have requested information from me. So listen, I'm only booking appointments for the next couple days right now, and I know you got a lot going on, but I'm just going to tell you what I have, and we'll see which time would work for you and Jessica to peel away for like maybe 30, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes or so. Right now I have, and then right back to your times.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. Can I pause really quick too? So 2 things. Notice number 1, she didn't sit there and tell her life story. Oh my God, so Trent is coming into town. His sister's getting married. We're playing with dolphins at the zoo. We're doing this, we're doing that. That's not what she was talking about by out busying their busy. She was strictly kept it kind of to the workforce. So like, you don't want to bore people with a 4 or 5 minute segment with how busy you are. So don't mistake the 2 different types of busy that she's talking about. Number 1. Number 2, I like the assumption. Oh my gosh. So with that being said, I literally only need about 15 minutes of your time, 15 to 20 minutes of your time. If it takes any more than 15 minutes, it's on you. It's not on me. Okay. So I'm booking for the next couple of days. So I'm assuming it now. The assumption is the key part. After you out busy, they're busy. Now let's go into that assumption side of things. Oh, it's not going to take me any more than 15 minutes. If it does, it's on you. It's not on me. Okay. So with that being said, and then boom, right to booking the appointment. So good, buddy.
So I know that one of our most requested things was objection handling. I actually posted a copy of 14 most common objections on our Don't Suck at Sales website. So if you go to don'tsuckatsales.com, there's like a tab at the top that says mortgage protection objections, and this is on there. It's number 13. You're welcome. It's there. And same with some other ones as well that we've been talking about through these episodes. But the busy one, guys, like again, you go right back to the date and time progression. Do not go further ahead into the future. You want to offer times that are within the next 24 to 48 hours. And if you don't offer them, how can they pick them? Okay. I know we probably talked about this on other episodes, but the thing is, like, I want you to push to offer these next 2 times. And I bet you that within like probably 1 day of phone calls, you're going to find somebody that said they couldn't meet with you that now can, because you've now chatted with them about why they're busy. Before they didn't want to meet with you, right? Now, because you've had a conversation with them, now they want to meet with you. And what happens is the sale starts on the phone. So if we can build that relationship and we can build that leadership on the phone, that's what's going to transfer into the sales presentation. That's why when our show rate's high, typically our close rate's high. When our show rate's low, normally our close rate is also low because we're begging people to meet with us.
So
right?
That's awesome. So let's just, because we love to keep our timeline perfect. So just in 60 seconds or less, let's just take it a step further. So we do that. We follow the progression of what you just talked about, Miranda. And then boom, Miranda, hold on 1 second. I know it's only 15 or 20 minutes, but listen, we do. My wife is running around like a chicken with her head cut off. It's just going to be so much easier to meet after the holidays.
I totally get that. And I would love to do that too. But because of how busy I am, John, I've got like literally hundreds of people I have to call. So let me do this. I'm going to tell you what spots I have left. And we'll see if there's somehow something that'll work for you guys. Because I'd love to do it then too. It's just even hard for me to tell what my schedule is. I don't normally do super late at night, but I do have a spot at 8:15 tomorrow. And I also have one around dinner time at 5 o'clock. Would the 5 o'clock work, or would 8:15 tomorrow somehow work for you and Jessica with how crazy your guys' schedules are?
Okay. All right. Yeah. 8:15.
And if he says no, I would be like, hey, okay, I know that this might be like hard for you guys, but I'm just telling you what I have left. I have this time the next day, or I have this time the next day. And just as long as they know that you've heard them and you're saying, hey, I know you're busy, I know this might not work, you have permission to now go through this stuff with people. But if you don't acknowledge the fact that he said that he might not be able to do it, you're going to piss him off, right? But that's the key to it all. And again, blame everything on you being so busy. And that's why. And all of a sudden they're going to respect you more like an attorney or a doctor's office than some kind of like brand new insurance agent that is trying to fill out their schedule. Right. So
one thing that I did there, but is like, just kind of along the lines of like, you know what, they have me scheduled to meet with you in the next 24 to 48 hours. So absolutely, I know what you're saying. I do have something maybe just a little bit later in the evening, maybe after you put your grandparents to bed. Let me see if I can slide one of those in. So and then follow the rest of what you said. Kind of make a joke, hurt them, follow the rest of what you said at 8:15 and then 5 o'clock around dinner.
In the spirit of doubling down earlier on so that you can earn time off, run appointments on days when you normally wouldn't. Run them on Saturday if you don't. Run them on Sunday afternoons. Run them late. Run them early, because get your production in early, right? So that you can enjoy more time later. But you've got to exchange those days off for other days earlier on in the month. So
we could make that a whole podcast, buddy, of like weekend warriors. People are home. People are in a better mood. People like there's so many different reasons. Like if you do not run on the weekends, like I don't know why the hell not. Because I made my most money per hour running on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'd be amazed. So if you're not doing that, it's like, if what you want is time back in this industry, you got to sacrifice a bunch of time in the very beginning. And again, we could sit here and talk about like all these different prime times, but Miranda, if they don't want to suck at sales, what should they be doing?
Well, first of all, they got to go download that the objection sheet that I just mentioned. There you go. Like it, comment it, subscribe, all of the above, and we will see you next time.
And go buy your merch, y'all. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Show me some. Show me some. Show me some. Show me some.